Hazeltine, Minnesota, the site of the Ryder Cup. I know you may be thinking football, who cannot but remember the great Troy Polamalu and that Hall of Fame career, no doubt, an amazing performer on the football field. But he was a great performer on the links. Arnold Palmer has passed away. We've been talking about him the last couple of days. His effect has been felt worldwide in just about every generation. And here is Alex Tambellini, recently completed another golf season with East Liverpool High School, and we always hope that you support ELHS and all of your local high school golf programs because they mean so much to the future of what the USGA and the PGA is all about, because those are the future stars. So before we talk about the Ryder Cup and about you, let's talk about Arnold Palmer and your late grandfather. Big Al loved him. We all loved him. What did he mean to you?
He's a big supporter in my life, and Arnold Palmer sort of just goes right along with it. I mean, it's like it's the exact same. I mean, good golfers obviously Arnie had him beat by a little bit, but just old-fashioned people that just worked for everything they had and just enjoyed the game and enjoyed everything and liked to have fun at the same time.
You know, he had worked with his father at the Latrobe Country Club. He was basically the superintendent there, his father, and that's where he learned the game of golf. You think about those historic golf clubs, country clubs, of course, the East Liverpool Country Club has got a rich history, but just you learning from him, and one of the things that he talked about many times, either I was interviewing him or the millions of other interviews, was sportsmanship. And even though he wins 62 PGA championships, 7 majors, he said the losses really hurt, but the older he got, he realized that he could learn something from that. There is not a more fierce competitor on this planet than you, and I've seen you grow from a toddler to a teen. I think you're more intense now than ever. Can you learn from losing sometimes?
Oh yeah. Just learn to just chalk it up and just work a little harder. There's always somebody out there working harder than you. I don't care who you are, and just keep going. I mean, there's always going to be somebody. You're never going to win them all. So.
You know, your mom Mimi and your father Jason, your great, wonderful grandmother Mary, who we love. She worked so hard her whole life with Network Nursing Home to make that an amazing brand. Long before nursing homes became fashionable assisted living, you have to believe in your grandfather and grandmother and your parents. A lot of your work ethic has to come from them.
Yeah, I mean, my parents obviously raised me, but I spent almost every day with my grandparents and just living with them. I mean, I did everything with them. I mean, from them picking me up at school to going golfing with my pap to just doing about everything. And yeah, I just feel like they helped me mature a little bit more faster than a lot of some kids. I mean, I'm still the normal kid that goes around, likes to have fun, but I feel like they just instilled different things that I feel like parents just can't do.
I want to talk about the Ryder Cup in a moment, but let's go back to the Tour Championship in Atlanta. Rory McIlroy, swoosh, Nike, great guy, love him. Always been a fan of his. He is still a young guy, yeah. But to take home $1,503,000 for that, and then the FedEx $10 million, you lump it together, you're pushing $12 million for one day's work. I said to many people in the last couple of days, Alex, you realize all of that is because of the foundation of Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, that is true. Like Jack Nicklaus said the other day, the combined amount of tour victories they had, Jack had, God, I don't know, like 60-something. Arnold had 60-something in their career. They made a combined $10 million, and Rory made that in one day. Now, I'm not saying that you just get that in one day. I mean, that's a whole season worth of work and stuff like that, but I mean, it wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Arnold Palmer. I mean, he was the character. He was a nice person. This lady got hit by a ball at Cherry Hill, and he went up to her and apologized to her. And I mean, you see it from Phil Mickelson to all the people. They just sort of took after him, and he's a huge, huge impact in the game. Down at Bay Hill, it's a great event down there. Everybody marks it on their calendar, just the same as basically the players and all the bigger events. And he was just a great guy from a great town. And
you know, your teacher, who's also had the influence on many PGA professionals, including a very talented Patrick Reed, James Brook from the James Brook School of Golf in Myrtle Beach. He always spoke with reverence when he talked about Arnold Palmer. Bob Ford, longtime director of golf at Oakmont, same way. What do you think it was? And even Tiger Woods always made sure his calendar, as busy as it got, he was at Bay Hill, and he won that a few times too. Why do you think so many people, even a young man like you, just have such respect for Arnold Palmer? Some would say, well, he was just a golfer, but he was much more than that, wasn't he?
Yeah, the reason why I like him and why I think a lot of people like him is obviously he's from Pittsburgh. I like him for that, but I mean, he was just a down-to-earth, hard-working guy, and he just liked to have fun on this and while he was doing it. I mean, yeah, he was serious, and yeah, he wanted to win, just like everybody else, but he was a down-to-earth, fun guy. I mean, if anybody watches his swing wasn't the prettiest thing in the world, but he just didn't care, and that's just sort of what. And he was just a down to earth, nice guy, and I mean, you just don't find anybody greater than that. I mean, I don't care how many PGA golfers go through. I mean, there's nobody going to beat Arnold Palmer again. He's the whole reason the tour is where they're at, and the whole reason why these guys can just go play golf for a living. And I mean, you just can't replicate that.
There is no purse money involved this weekend. It's for pride. It's the Ryder Cup. Davis Love III is the captain. Can't wait. Golf Channel, of course. You'll be able to find out. If you got a smartphone like me, you know I'm going to be following it. Talk about this tournament a little bit and how do you see it?
You know, the Americans are actually favored to win, and I mean, I do think they can win. I mean, it's a big advantage, whether you believe it or not, to have a home course for the Ryder Cup. But the Europeans have been really taking it to them the last couple of years, and I mean, deservingly so. They do have a lot of great players, but I mean, I feel like they're more, like they said, I was watching the Golf Channel the other day, they said they're more like a team, they're more like a family this time. And I mean, they got Tiger as a vice captain, even though he's not playing the greatest. David Love III, even though he might be quiet, I mean, he's a really competitive guy. Bubba Watson, I mean, you don't really get any more emotional than him for trying shots. And I mean, I just feel like, I mean, after losing Medina the way they did, and then after getting beat the way they did last year in Scotland, I just feel like enough's enough, and for some reason, I feel like it's their time. But I mean, it's going to be close. I mean, nobody's ever going to walk away with the Ryder Cup. But.
We're going to end on this note. Alex Tambolini talking the great game of golf. This is another example of what Arnold has done. I talked about this in the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show. I did a tribute to him on KDK last night with a lot of dignitaries when it comes to the game of golf. I think my guest list was pretty good. British Open, before it became the Open Championship, none of the touring pros, PGA, would go there because it just didn't work out in their calendar. Arnold started to go there. Well, they said, if it's good enough for the king, we're all going to go. Well, thus the purse money went up, and then, of course, it became the Open Championship. And what he's done, not only did he bring the American players there, but the foreign players of that time idolized Arnold too, like a Gary Player and others, Seve Ballesteros. They all wanted to come here.
That's why I think he was just such a great guy. It's the only reason they didn't go over there is because obviously they didn't have time in their schedule, but they weren't getting paid anything for that tournament. They had to get taxed double to get back across the ocean, to get back over here into the States if they win. So, I mean, that's really all, like, not all people cared about, but they saw him go and he just wanted to play golf. He wanted to go and be the best golfer in the world, and it's just great to see that, and it's great to see why people, I mean, that's why golf's the way it is today, so, because of him.
You know, whatever Arnold was promoting, Pennzoil, Cadillac, I wanted it, and I was joking on the radio. Xarelto, of course, is a high blood pressure medicine that recently he's doing all these commercials. Your mother was a nurse. I was hoping if she took my blood pressure, it was sky high, so I could actually start taking that medicine, because that's how much I loved Arnold Palmer. And I love you too. You're amazing. And with talent like that, I guess I could probably retire now, folks. Have yourself a great rest of the evening. Enjoy the Ryder Cup. And long live the king, Arnold Palmer. From East Liverpool, Ohio, Alex Tambolini, Rob Pratte, your Pratte Pack. Cheers. Good night.